if you're listening to this right now and you're saying, okay, well, this sounds really cool. Like maybe I know, I have family in such and such country or in Greece. Mm-hmm. What are the main thing that somebody should just be aware of, when they're going into this process? What do you think is so important?
I think particularly if you're moving to be closer to family, I think be ready for what you are willing to do on your own or pay for an expert to do, and being prepared to draw that line with your family. So this is maybe particular to us, but I don't think it's particular to Greek culture or to other families. But, we paid a lawyer in Athens and a lawyer here to sort of navigate the bureaucracy for us and do all of the transfer of ownership. People buy houses and apartments in Greece all the time.
Yeah.
From people they don't know. So you can transfer utilities and ownership and all of that without knowing the people you're buying from. That's how we do this, right? We do it here in the US. They do it in Greece. It's not that different.
No, 99.999% of transactions are done that way.
Exactly. But because we were buying from my husband's aunt / her son, when we went to Greece to finalize paperwork that we needed to do in person, she came with us to the lawyer. And because she was the head representative of the agricultural department for the Cyclades Islands her entire career. So she's very comfortable navigating bureaucracy, and perhaps feels like she knows the best way to do it.
Yeah.
The last time she saw my husband, he was like 10, 12 years old. So he's still her little nephew from America. And I think it just sort of gathered this momentum where she was telling us everything we needed to do. And the lawyer finally said, you know what? It sounds like your aunt knows what she's talking about. Do what your aunt says. And we spent our first week finalizing paperwork and walking from this office to that office to transfer ownership of the electric, to finalize the paperwork, everything that we had paid the lawyer to do for us, we ended up doing on our own with his aunt walking us around.
Because she wanted to kind of control the show.
I mean, there's part of it that might be a little micromanagey, and there's part of it that might just be, like I said, we were kids in her eyes, and we were Americans. We didn't know what we were doing. And because we asked questions, I think it just kind of, that motherly instinct and that sort of, it just kind of took over. And so I think if you're involved in any kind of family transaction, or even if you're not buying it from a member of the family, but you're moving closer to family abroad, I think that's something to just be cognizant of, is like what you want your family to do for you and what you want an expert to do for you, and sort of be ready to know what that is and draw those lines before you're in the process.
Yes, that's sage advice, I'd have to say.
So much time.
Yes.
I got a great walking tour of Athens, and I got a great personal experience of Athenian bureaucracy. It's called Byzantine bureaucracy for a reason. But it was unnecessary. And so while it was fine and it was interesting, maybe we should have been a little firmer on that kind of going into it, or aware of it, I suppose.